Let's cut the corporate nonsense. Red Bull are no longer the untouchable powerhouse of F1, and Bahrain didn't just expose a few cracks in the armor. It revealed a team facing a full-blown identity crisis. What's happening behind the scenes is bigger than just a car that won't turn in. It's about power, politics, and a future that might no longer include Max Verstappen. You're watching Paddock Insider, where we don't do everything is fine, press talk. We show you what's actually unraveling behind the garage doors. And right now, the story inside Red Bull is spiraling fast. From domination to disarray. Red Bull's year-on-year collapse, let's rewind. Bahrain 2024, Verstappen was in a league of his own. Grand Shalom, Red Bull 1-2, nearest rival half a minute behind. It looked like the start of another procession. Fast forward 12 months, same track, same driver. Only now he finishes 6th, over 30 seconds off Oscar Piastri. That's not evolution, that's regression. And the worst part, Red Bull can't even explain it properly. No Newey, no Marshall, no answers. Adrian Newey left. Rob Marshall left. Jonathan Wheatley left. And what's left behind? A technical team that knows how to manage a rocket ship, but not how to build a new one. Don't get me wrong, Monahan, Washi, and Balbo are not amateurs, but they're still working in the shadow of a genius, with tools that literally can't replicate what the car is doing on track. Christian Horner admitted it. The tools aren't correlating with reality. It's like telling the time on 2 different watches. Let that line sink in. You've got one of the most sophisticated teams in modern F1 flying blind because their wind tunnel, yes, the one they've been using all this time, is lying to them. Verstappen's verdict? Cold, brutal, honest. Max isn't lashing out. He's not throwing tantrums. He's doing something even scarier. He's speaking like a man with nothing left to prove. I'm not a title contender. I'm just taking part. McLaren aren't even my rivals right now. That's not frustration. That's disconnection. That's a guy weighing up whether this team still deserves his best years. And if you think his camp is just playing the media, think again. Sources say his manager, Raymond Vermeulen, went ballistic after Bahrain and made damn sure the team knew it. Bahrain was the breaking point. Red Bull didn't just lose points in Bahrain. They lost composure, pit stop failures, no grip, no confidence on corner entry. Verstappen's 6th place? A rescue job. And it shouldn't be. Meanwhile, Tsunoda scored for the first time since Vegas last year, and nobody even noticed. Why? Because the main car is lost, the direction is gone, and now the atmosphere? It's toxic. Immediately after the checkered flag, Horner, Marco, Monahan, and Wack lock themselves in a room. You don't do that after a routine off weekend. You do that when your foundations are shaking. What if the problem can't be fixed? Horner said the issues are understood, but implementing the solution? Not so easy when your entire design philosophy is being called into question, and your wind tunnel is working off 2019 logic in a 2025 world. They've got upgrades coming in Imola, but even that feels like a Hail Mary at this point. Because here's the truth F1 fans need to hear. You can't B-spec your way out of a broken concept, especially not with 2026 looming and budget caps breathing down your neck. Verstappen's contract clause, the nuclear button. There's a clause. Everyone knows it, and the Paddock's whispering louder every week. If Red Bull aren't delivering by the summer break, Max can walk. And for the first time since 2016, it doesn't sound like an empty threat. Look at the landscape. Mercedes? Rebuilding with a serious 2026 power unit. Ferrari? Already working with Lewis Hamilton and the most cohesive tech structure they've had in a decade. Aston Martin? Well, there's a certain Adrian Newey rumored to be building something big there. If Red Bull can't convince Verstappen that they've still got what it takes, not just in aero, but in ambition, he's gone. And you can't even blame him. If you think Verstappen's patience is running out fast, hit that like button. Drop a comment. Can Red Bull save the RB21? Or is this the beginning of the end? Subscribe to Paddock Insider, because we don't worship the old guard. We tell you what's coming next, even when it hurts. Paddock Insider, where the truth goes faster than the paddock whispers.